Welcome to Coffee Havoc number 2. So, I'm going to do one long video involving this chain, and I'm going to also involve the bound fighting, because I haven't done it in a while, out of the risk of spraining my wrist. And it's highly possible that I may do those bow stabs over there. Now, understand that if you're going to have a weapon, there's a good chance that your weapon can be used against you. And you need to understand that shit right now. Alright? Before the chain, you need to understand how to stop it. Alright? You won't always stop it the same every time. Understand? Now, also remember, like I said, you won't always be able to stop it every time the same way. Also remember that you are in control of this weapon until you're not. Alright? So, it's the same saying as everybody thinks they're badass until they get hit in the mouth. Perfectly true. If you're not careful, this weapon will come back and hit you in the mouth. Now, as you can see, you want to get used to that feeling, and sometimes it's going to be a little bit of a sting. So, that being said, you need to know where your limits are. As you can see, I unwrapped the main hand that was controlling it so that I can release the hand, come under, go back, regain control. Understand that you are in control of the weapon until you are not, or until the weapon hits something and flies back at you. As you noticed, I did the same thing twice. So for my neck, I did a crane push off. That way it stops it. For the most part, this reduces the sting. So when it comes back around and hits me in the ribs or whatever, or in the back, you'll see. I will turn around so you guys can get a better look at where it's stopping. So around the neck, that's high. That's a little medium. That's high. Now, when you're working your weapon, you need to understand the distance between your weapon and your target. So strike, boom, boom, gain control. Now back. Now, for a short strike, guys coming, you want to send him this way so that you can also add a kick if necessary. So he's coming, boom. Now from there, your option, front kick that way, or you can follow through like so. Boom, bam. Now you've hit him 3 times. But honestly, the first hit with this chain is probably going to end it anyway. But if you want to put icing on the cake, there you go. Now also remember that how you strike. You want to go in the direction that your chain is going. You don't want to go against the chain. Understand that. So if I'm swinging this way, boom, boom. And see how I got control? I did not stop that, and yes, that stung just a little bit. And yes, it did hit me in my private parts. So, don't come this way. I apologize profusely for that. Anyway, so I can finish this video up because everything is just gonna go wrong from here. And I just hit myself in the shit again. So, we're gonna speed through now because clearly it is not meant for me to have any success in life. As long as my family is involved, I will never fucking succeed. So now we're gonna go with bound fighting. And I'm going to end it now. I'm not going to do the bow stab shit because that pretty much indicated right there that this shit is done. Alright, so bound fighting first. Please do not attempt. Alright, let that be your disclaimer. Please do not attempt. So, under other circumstances, and more than likely you'll only ever do this shit in the movies. Again, your blocks, just for your recap. High right, medium right, low right with leg, low right without. High left, low left or medium left with leg, low left without. Now, in the events that your hands are tied, you want your hands perfectly tied in front of you. It's a safer bet for you, not so safe for the guy that's tying you up, because your hands and feet are still free, and your balance is not going to be off when your balance will be off if your hands behind your back. So we're going to first work your escape for those who can't fight very well. You're going to block to the outside, you're going to knee, you're going to elbow, you're going to double axe handle or double chop, and you have specific targets that we are not going to go over due to the fact that people are ruining my video. So another basic escape is you're going to do an outside to inside crescent kick, and it's going to put you in a position that your ass can run from your opponent. Do not try to fight in this position. So especially if you're not a good fighter. So your hands are here. He's coming at you directly. Boom! Now you shift your hip and then you go in this direction. Unless, and only unless, there is nowhere to go other than back that way. So in that case, we'll redo this and we will adjust you accordingly so that you can escape. Which means you may have to engage the enemy. Are you ready? Here we go. So my left leg is messed up, which is why I'm using it. So when you see this foot, I'm going to put myself in a position where I'm going to have to engage. And then after I engage, I'm going to have to escape because this way is not an option. Alright? So he's coming at me. Boom. Boom. I've elbowed him. He's already kicked, so I've elbowed him. And now I'm going to step towards him and push him off. When I push him off, I will do a double palm strike or a double fist strike, because I want to hit him somewhere in this area just in case the kick didn't really phase him. I want to be able to hit him where he can't breathe so that I can get my escape plan on. Now that I've hurt him, I'm going to keep running that way, especially if that's the only way I have to go. Now from the same position with the inside to outside crescent kick, he's running at me. I will not have to engage because I'm putting him in this direction and I'm going in that direction. Same exact foot. He's coming. Boom. I've set him over here. Now my ass is going over here. You should not have to move this leg after it lands. You should just be able to shift and then take off on this foot. But in that case, I did just take off on the foot that I kicked him with, mostly because that was instinct, reflex, or muscle memory. So it looked like this. Boom. And I took off. Yeah, so now I did it right this time. But the first time I did it wrong on the takeoff. So we'll try to redo it wrong again. Boom. And now I made my left foot go. So that would be incorrect unless that's what your instincts tell you to do. Which what I want you to do, if you can get used to it, is when you kick and this leg is down, step off of your furthest away foot. Now your human body factor is probably going to change that. Alright, so now we're going to engage him again. Same concept, inside to outside crescent kick, but this time I'm going to engage the enemy. So when the enemy is coming, he's running at a full head of steam. I can sidestep and I can knee him, but that's not what we're going to do. We are going to engage, but his momentum could be the deciding factor on how I fall down. I want to crescent kick him because it's a more effective kick. And there's a good chance that if I crescent kick him, I have a better chance of getting away. And that's just my opinion. It's not fact. Because crescent kicks do work. Yeah, it just depends on how they receive the kick. If they catch it in the chin, you got a good chance of putting them out. If they don't, if they catch it like broad or slashes across the chest, you're probably going to piss them off. So your target is definitely the fucking head. So they're coming. Boom. Now I'm going to hit. Alright. Notice I used the outside arm. I switched from Kung Fu to karate with that. If I would have just done Kung Fu, when I did the axe kick, the crescent kick, I would have just back fisted him because it was already right there at him. You have to understand, when you're in a fight, you're not thinking about whether you're doing Kung Fu or karate. You're thinking about surviving, and you're thinking about hitting this asshole so that he doesn't hit you. So again, boom, boom, that's Kung Fu. That was an elbow. And from that elbow position, you can also come back up. You have the ropes. So you can come back up and catch him in the throat. Now, for those who wanted to do it the karate way, he's coming at you. Boom! Boom! Because the power and the torque is going to be on the other side. So you're going to boom, and hit him. And remember, your hands have to work as a cohesive unit so that you don't get fucked up. Alright? So, because of time constraints, we are going to unwrap one hand and do this shit in reverse. Alright. So when your hands are tied behind you, your balance has been shifted. Your balance has been changed, and there is a good chance that you will go down. Understand that. You want to keep this shit basically, and you want to keep this shit where it keeps you safe. So you don't want to go down. It's hard to get up when your hands are tied behind your back. Even if you kip up, it's still a good chance that that shit might not do you any good. And FYI, for everyone who keeps calling it the kip up, I don't know where you guys got that from. In the 70s, it was a kick up, not a kip up. But you guys can call it whatever the fuck you want. It's your life. Do what you want. I call it the kick up because you're literally kicking up. Anyway, moving on. So guys coming at you, and you're going to do outside to inside crescent kick and put yourself in the position to run. I'm going to use the right leg now. So he's coming. Boom. Now I shift my hips and I can go left or I can go right from there, depending on my exit plan of where this person is. I'm going to use my right leg again. I'm going to do an inside to outside crescent kick, and I'm going to put him in that position because it's inside to outside. He's coming at me. Boom. He's over there. Now I have options of running this way, or I can shift and go back this way, which would kind of be pointless because I'm already facing this way. I should probably go that way or go that way because he's going to be over there. But in the event that I have to engage him with this kick, boom, the knee is the closest thing. I pretty much can't use my hands. You know, it's going to be kind of hard to throw a punch this way. So I'm going to have to engage him. I'm going to have to use my knee. He's already going down. So if he's in the correct position, I can just bring my knee to his face. All right? Understand, in doing so, I'm still putting myself in danger. I should have disengaged after kicking him in that direction. I should have gone off in that direction. Now, I'm hoping that I have given you guys enough information on how to do this. I am sorry that I'm cutting this video short, and I'm only cutting it short because someone else is going to run back here and totally ruin this video. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. For Kung Fu Having number 2, BC and you. For Instagram, I apologize. I will do my best to make this up to y'all one day. I will not give you a day of when that's going to happen. But thanks for watching.